This is your News Source Evening Bulletin for today, Thursday, the 7th day of March in the year 2019. Here is what we're tracking tonight. President David Granger will meet with the chairman and commissioners of the Guyana Elections Commission on Friday morning at 11 o'clock. As a follow-up to yesterday's meeting with the opposition leader, the president, through his state minister, wrote the Elections Commission chairman and commissioners, inviting them to the meeting. In a statement yesterday, President Granger signaled his intention to meet with the Commission to better understand its readiness and needs for the hosting of early elections, which have been triggered by the December 21 no-confidence vote. The President has indicated that he will meet with the opposition leader again following his meeting with the Elections Commission. However, he has made it clear that it is the Commission that will have to advise him on its elections readiness.
Let me make one thing clear. GCOM is an autonomous, GCOM is an independent agency, and there is no part of the Constitution which gives the President or the executive in general authority to interfere, intervene, or intrude in the work of the Election Commission. So this is a very respectful engagement, and as the Minister of State has pointed out, we will arrange this as quickly as possible so the Guyanese people could be satisfied that we are moving towards elections. Of course, based on what will take place in the courts in the National Assembly, we are moving towards elections, but GCOM is in charge of the elections, not the executive. I cannot decide when elections will be held. GCOM has to advise.
The Constitution of Guyana caters for elections to be held within 90 days of the passage of a no-confidence motion, or at a time agreed to by 2/3 of the National Assembly. The opposition leader has said that his party will lend its support for that 2/3 majority if the timeline is not in the distant future. He believes elections could be held by the end of April, but the Elections Commission has said that based on its timelines and preparations, the earliest date would be in the month of July. Opposition leader Barry Jagdeo still believes they could push for April. Today, the opposition leader said the president still needs to put forward a date.
I will meet again after, if there is a date for the elections. He has to say to me, I'm prepared to name a date for the elections. That's the only reason.
More news coming up in just a moment.
All across our nation, Guyana, we see it in your lives. The future growing even stronger. GBTI, all eyes on Guyana skies as the voices of our people rise. Singing GBTI, Guyana's pride is in your eyes. GBTI, we see Guyana through your eyes.
Hello, baby. Yeah.
Knocked away from Young Huang.
Yo, why you gotta get away from the credit, buddy? I recommend that you for blah blah. Let you actually gain, but it's not you that buy back the credit when it's done. Buy back like a shit money for five.
Activate the GTT Fab 5 plan today. For only 5,005, you get free unlimited calls to 4 of your closest family and friends, 5 gigs of data plus 250 text messages, and your Fab 5 friends can call you for free. GTT Fab 5.
Wait. So who we putting as we Fab 5? Yours.
We are legions of men standing strong, but never too proud to stoop and help someone. We must send a clear signal to all. Do right, walk in upright ways, knowing that's what being a man is all about. And ever aware that things will only get worse when good men do nothing. Stand strong, be the one to live right.
Welcome back. A father of 12 from Region 1 will be spending the next 44 years in prison after he was found guilty and sentenced for the rape of a child. 42-year-old Errol D'Souza stood before Justice Joanne Barlow and chose not to say anything in court today, as the judge was preparing to hand down the sentence. While he did not say anything in court in his probation report, he said he was sorry for the allegations made against him. The victim was 11 years old at the time of the incident back in 2013. In a note to the court, the child said the ordeal has impacted and changed her life, and she's hoping that one day she will be able to overcome it. Before the sentence was handed down, the man's attorney asked the court to be lenient, while pointing out that D'Souza is the sole breadwinner of his family. In handing down the sentence, Justice Barlow declared that children need to be protected. On the first count of sexual penetration of an 11-year-old child, the man was sentenced to 20 years in jail. On the second count related to the rape of the same child, he was sentenced to 24 years in jail. Police in DeKalb County, Georgia in the USA are trying to get the public's help as they probe the murder of 58-year-old Guyanese national Darnley Colin Marshall. The body of the father of 6 was found burnt and dumped in a park last Thursday. His Suzuki motorcycle is missing, according to family members. Family members are pleading with anyone who may have information to come forward and offer the truth. They said they are unaware of anyone who would have wanted the man dead. According to reports out of Atlanta, police are searching for clues related to a motive and any possible suspects. A vigil is being held this evening as the family prays for answers and seek justice. Opposition leader and former President Barra Jagdeo has confirmed that court marshals have served him with court documents related to his seaside property and the efforts by the State Assets Recovery Agency to recover the property. News source understands that he was served by marshals of the High Court last Thursday at the office of the opposition leader. Mr. Jagdeo told reporters today that he did not even look at the documents, but rather send them on to his attorney to respond.
To be frank, I heard it came and I told the guys, send it over to the lawyer. To be frank, it's a political issue. I'm not even wasting my time doing that. That is an issue for the papers and a few papers and the government. I'm not wasting my time. It's a political matter.
Just before he left office as president, Mr. Jagdeo built a sprawling property on the seaside land that had reportedly been sold at a value far less than the market price. Other former government officials also purchased land in the same area and also built their homes. While some of them have since paid the difference in the cost for the land and have settled their cases with SARA, Jagdeo has refused. During a probe of the sale of the state lands, he invoked presidential immunity and refused to answer questions by the Special Organized Crime Unit. Today he said he is not wasting any time on the issue since he sees it as a political one.
Because I rejected it. And I don't have no basis. What kind of stupid question is that? A stupid question. Okay. I said it's a stupid question because I said it's a political. You have to use deductive reasoning. If it is a political thing, I get impatient with silly questions. I've just said it's a political matter. It's an adventure. It's an adventure.
Jagdeo said he's more focused on the current political situation in the country and not on anything else. Across the Region is coming up next.
Guyana! Come out and celebrate! The International Women's Day concert is here again, and it's free! Featuring all the way out of Canada, reggae sensation Aretha, alongside soca superstar Nyla Blackman. And our very own Guyanese Poonam Singh and Calvin Burnett. This year we're gonna balance for better on Sunday, March 10th at the Everest Ground, organized by the High Commission of Canada and the Ministry of Social Protection.
As a luxury mechanic, I'm often asked, what gas should I use in my expensive vehicle? In other countries, you have regular and mid-grade gasoline known as 87, 89, and premium gasoline known as octane 93 to 95. For affordable, high-quality fuel, performance and high mileage, visit Guy Oil today. Choose Guy Oil Super 95. Guy Oil, we are everywhere.
Get ready to ride it, ready to ride it, ride the wave. Open up the new vibe, drink up the boldness inside. Radical and fresh and wild, catch the wave now. Ride bold, ride fresh, ride strong, come on, ride the wave. Taste the action, construction perfection.
Ride the new wave of excitement sweeping Guyana. Wave Pale Ale, a premium, full-bodied, strong and refreshing alcoholic brew, crafted to perfection for a bold, young, radical you. Don't settle for anything less. Catch a Wave Pale Ale and ride it today. Crafted to perfection.
Across the region right now, the Caribbean Community CARICOM has granted Antigua and Barbuda a 5-year deferral on the free movement of Caribbean nationals under the CARICOM single market and economy. At a CARICOM meeting in Port of Spain in December of 2018, beauticians, barbers, security officers, and agriculture workers were added to the current list of skilled nationals who are able to move within CARICOM and seek employment without having to apply for work permits. However, the government of Antigua and Barbuda made the case for the deferral on the grounds that due to its open-door policy with regard to the free movement of people, the country already had a high number of Caribbean people residing in the Twin Island nation. The foreign minister had requested that Antigua and Barbuda be allowed to delay being bound legally to accept all persons under the categories established. Over in Barbados, the government's decision to amend the Value Added Tax Act to allow for the 17.5% tax to be collected for online transactions has received a thumbs down from the United Progressive Party. Barbados Today reports that in a statement released yesterday, the UPP contends that the tax will only serve to hurt small businesses in the island, while getting consumers tangled in government's new revenue collection dragnet. The UPP is also concerned that the Barbadian government is unnecessarily outsourcing sensitive aspects of its revenue collection. And finally tonight, international news. Russia's parliament has passed 2 bills outlawing disrespect of authorities and the spreading of what the government deems to be fake news. The first ban refers to blatant disrespect of the state, its officials, and Russian society, and repeat offenders face up to 15 days in jail. The second bill prohibits sharing false information of public interest shared under the guise of fake news. Both new crimes carry heavy fines. President Vladimir Putin is expected to sign the bills into law once they have received approval from Russia's upper house, the Federation Council. The body will consider both bills on the 13th of this month. And that's your News Source Evening Bulletin for tonight. I'm Gordon Mosley, reporting.